Hello, I'm back. This is Lily J, and I have something to say. So, I'm going to tell you guys how I opened up Pandora's box. Whew, it's probably going to be like a 5-parter, maybe probably like a 3-parter for real, for I was just over exaggerating. So I'm going to give you a story about how I opened Pandora's box, and I hope that you guys like it. Like, I'm new to this, so I don't know how to edit my videos, so I'll just be posting them because this is the real me. I'm not gonna fake. So why edit a video? So yeah, so let's get into this video. So when I was 15 years old, I was on the computer and I was looking at my mom and stuff like that, and I had found her or whatever. And I didn't do anything about it back then because I really didn't know. I mean, I knew about computers. Like, trust me, I know about computers. But back then, like, I was on Facebook, but I didn't know that you can look up stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. And find people by name and stuff like that, because I wasn't really using Facebook like that. But I wasn't for real. So, I had a Facebook, and I had looked my mom up, and I looked her up, and I thought that she was in jail because of a case. So I read the case, and it was like kind of like disturbing, kind of. But like, I was only like 14. I was like 15, 14, 15, I want to say. So after that, I didn't look any further into it. So 2018, I was going through a lot. I had just had my second daughter, and her dad had went to jail. So I was just online. My sister had came and got them, because like I said, I was going through a lot. And my sister had came and got my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter. And I was just at home. So I went online and I started looking my mom up again. I looked her up, and I couldn't find her on Facebook. So I looked up my cousin. I looked up his information and stuff like that. And I ended up finding my cousin. And I messaged my cousin, and she messaged me back. And that's how I got in contact with my mom. So I get in contact with my mom. My mom is crying and stuff like that on the phone. And I'm like kind of like laughing like on the phone. Like, not like loudly, but like, like silently, because I don't know how to handle certain situations. I don't know how to talk with a straight face. So I always laugh and smile at things when shit is not funny. So I'm just on the phone, like, snickering or whatever. Like, because I just, So after that, we get to talking and stuff like that. I start meeting my family members. I start meeting like a lot of people and stuff like that. So red flag number 1. My mom come down to see me, and my mom was like, I want you to talk to your dad and stuff like that. So I was on the phone with him or whatever. We was talking. Now, mind you, keep that in mind. She said that was my dad. Okay. Red flag number 1. So we talking on the phone and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, he's just talking. And we just, on the phone and stuff like that. So we get off the phone. I finally get to meet my mom, like as in like meet her. We weren't on the phone anymore. So we end up meeting, like, I want to say like that. I think it was like Saturday. Maybe it was like Friday or something like that. She had came down. I think I called her like, it was like close in the time. It was probably like a Wednesday, and she came down like a Friday. So she brought my uncle, her best friend, and it was, we was talking and stuff like that, and we was having fun. And this time the girls was there, so she got to meet her granddaughters and stuff like that. And then we took some pictures and stuff like that. So I want to say that same day when they was there, my uncle on my dad's side messaged my other uncle on my mom's side And she was like, why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you, like, she was screaming and yelling at my uncle. When I say she was screaming, I mean, she was reading his ass for fucking filth. Okay. And I was just sitting there like, this is where I get my fucking attitude from. So I'm just sitting there or whatever, and I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. I won't talk to him or whatever, you know. So then my mom and her best friend, they ended up going out to the car, and my mom, she was like really upset. And my uncle's sneaky ass gave me my uncle's number. So I'm like, he was like, this your dad's brother. I want you to call him because they've been looking for you too, and I feel like your mom should have told you. Okay. So now I'm getting ill feelings about my mom because who the fuck is my daddy? Okay. So I I wasn't supposed to call my uncle, but I called because my mom, she came back in the house and she was like, you bet not call him. You bet not call him, because my uncle had actually called my other uncle's phone. And mom my mom hung up on him. She was like, don't you ever call my fucking brother's phone. Click. So my uncle called back, and he was like, I just want to talk to my niece. She was like, that's not your fucking niece. And I'm like, so after that, I was just like, okay, I'm not even gonna talk to these people, because evidently she don't want me to know something. And that's fine if you don't want me to know something, whatever it is. But that's probably not my dad. That's probably why she probably know who my real dad is, the person who I was on the phone with. So she like, you don't need to have no contact with these people because that's not your family. And I was like, okay. But something just kept, like, after they left my house, like, something just kept telling me to call, like, call. And then this is when Pandora's box opened. So I called my dad, and I called my uncle first, and he had my dad on three-way, and then we exchanged numbers and stuff like that. And then me and my uncle and my dad, we had all got off the phone, and then my dad called, and my dad was on the phone crying. I was laughing as well too. And my dad was just telling me stuff, like he sent me pictures and stuff of when I was a kid and stuff like that. And I'm like, so this is my dad. So I went up there, probably, like, I want to say I went to go see my dad probably a couple of months later, maybe a month later. I went to Cleveland to go see my dad. So I go and I meet my dad. He had a girlfriend at the time, and the girls went with me and my friend who I used to date back in the day. So we all went up there or whatever. We had, it was a nice time or whatever. My dad was just explaining, like, what happened to me, and that my mom wasn't shit and stuff like that. Like, like, really just, like, just being honest with me, like, so I sorry about that, and I'm not going to edit that out because I don't care. So I I was kind of happy, I was grateful to, see my dad and get to know my family and stuff like that. So I started, like, inviting them to different things and stuff like that. My daughter had a birthday party. I invited my dad and my mom and stuff like that. My mom came. My dad came. And it was kind of like awkward and stuff like that, because my mom, I guess she don't like my dad. I don't know why, but she does not like my dad at all. And she tells me to stay away from him, like, all the time, like, don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like, stop talking to him. Like, but you can't sit up here and pin, another man on me. Like, I don't know this man. Like, so, me and my mom, we kind of started, like, falling out. because of the lies that she was telling me. I feel like when she met me, I feel like she should have told me everything, even though if you really didn't want me to know who my biological father is, I feel like you should have, told me like, hey, I really don't want you to know this man, and this is my reasons, but you can build a relationship on your own reasons, because at the end of the day, that is your dad. But my mom was just telling me lies. Like, I remember, like, when I was young, and my mom, she didn't come to none of the visits. Like, she missed a visit, and she just swear up and down that she came in, but she didn't. Like, I remember stuff like that. So I knew that when I would ask her, was what happened that day. Like, she was like, I was there. They wasn't trying to let me see you. And I was like, I sat there for 2 hours and you never came. So whatever. After that, me and my mom, we went to Detroit, and my mom was like, kind of like embarrassing me. My mom, she I don't know if she's like schizophrenic or something like that, or just maybe she might have a personality disorder. Because this lady was sitting up here talking Jamaican. Like, she had a whole Jamaican accent, like she was from the islands. Like, she was a native from Jamaica, and this is her lingo. Okay, this is what she do, and this is how she talk. Now, the right there, she was talking regular, like how I'm talking. But when we got there, it was just like a whole different person. And I'm just like, now, if you're going to have a lie and a story to tell, you need to tell me in advance, because don't try to sneak something in on me and I'm just over here confused. Now, this is when the shit start. The Pandora is, I'm in the box now. Like, I'm currently in the box and I'm trying to get the fuck out. My mom goes to lie and say that I had a little sister. Now, mind you, I'm her only child. So she said that she has another daughter, and it's a baby, and I'm like, people are asking me these questions, and I'm over here like, I'm looking at them like, oh yeah. They like, when is her birthday? I said, I really don't care about people's birthdays. I only know about my birthday, so I really don't know when her birthday is, and I still feel like I'm the only child. I don't know nothing about that girl, so I don't know. Like, I have no idea who, what's her name. I forgot it. Ask me in a couple of minutes. Like, I'm just fucking her whole thing up because I don't know nothing about this and none of that. After a while, my mom, she did tell me that she had told the man that she had another kid or whatever, and that the kid was about, like, I want to say like 3 or something like that, maybe. And I'm just sitting here looking at her like, you Jamaican? I got an invisible sister that I don't know nothing about, and you lying to keep a man at your big old age? And I thought these females around here was delusional. That it just couldn't get no delusional than that. Like, I was like I really wanted to go home. Like, I didn't even want to be in the vicinity of her face anymore, because that was just that was a lot for me, So after we came back, me and my mom, we like had got into it. We got into it because she got upset because I called we're currently not on speaking terms because I called my adopted mom. Now, me as a grown adult, she has raised me since I was 2, and I'll talk about her in videos too. She's raised me since I was 2 years old. She's the only person that I know. And why wouldn't I call her mom? Like, me as being as old as I am and you being as old as you are, I feel like you should be thanking this lady because she didn't have to take me in. You know, she didn't have to even adopt me when I was 9 years old. She could have just took me back and I could have been somewhere else, you know, but she did. Her kids was already grown. They was in high school. So you're doing this all over again. And me being an adult, I would thank her. Thank you for raising my daughter when I couldn't, you know. Thank you. My mom, she was 14 when she had me. So my mom is 40, 46, 47, 46, 47. So, and I'm 30. So my mom is, you know, she was young back then. And I understand that. But don't sit up there and be mad because this lady took me in when you didn't want to be a mom at the time. And she helped you and helped me at the same time. So, she's currently upset at me because I call my adopted mom my mom. And I can't make her, you know, change how she thinks. The man even got mad at me, who she says my dad. He's really not my dad. But he got mad at me because I had wished my stepdad a happy birthday. And he got mad about that. And then they both was cussed me out about that. And I'm just like, is these people delusional? Like, these people really got to be sickos or something like that, because I'm just not understanding who would get mad at that. Like, what is that to get mad about? Like, and then you're not even my real daddy. So I don't even know why the fuck you even fronting up your face, get mad, doing anything. Because it's like, now y'all have to, it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot to unpack. I know I gave y'all a lot in a short amount of time, but that was really it. Stay tuned for part 2. I will pick up where I left off at and finish telling you when me and my mom did make up and why we are not currently talking. And then I'll get to my biological dad side and stuff like that in part 3. So I don't talk to anybody. Only person I talk to is my brother. I'm gonna talk to one of my brothers, and I don't talk to nobody else. And I'll get on that too. Make stories about that. And why I don't like these people. And I tell them this all the time. And on my mom's side, I only like my auntie and one of my uncles, and it's a whole bunch of them. And I don't like none of them except them 2 people. Me and my aunt is the same age, so it's like kind of cool. So it's like she's like my big sister, kind of, but that's really my auntie. So I will get into all of that later, and it's time for me to get out of here. And I'm Lily J, and I have nothing to say. Bye.